What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode. Hello, I'm not doing a series. I'm so sorry. Another video. That's what I meant to say. Hope everyone is well. And today we are going to rank the zones in World of Warcraft. Now, I don't know if this is up to date with Dragonflight or even Shadowlands, but we're gonna go through all the zones. As you guys know from the past tier list, I have mentioned before that I did this challenge about leveling uh, every specialization as a separate character. And obviously, that means I've leveled quite a bit, and I've obviously at points, decided to level through different zones that I hadn't done yet, etc., etc. So we're gonna rank those, and we will obviously start off with the classic Elwyn Forest. This is an easy one. It is God tier, as it is just so nice to level it. It's so simple. Every alliance character I do Elwyn Forest. And it's the same with Westfall. Westfall is just such a nice groove. And honestly, most of the time, I think only recently I've started to skip Westfall because I've just done it so much, but it's still such a good zone. And I even read the quest in this zone. Like normally, ever since I started playing, I never read the quests. And at a point, I met a wonderful person on Twitch, and she read quests in when she was playing TBC, and that brought me to the idea, like, why do I not read quests for one of the characters that I level? So I did that, and I will mention the other ones as well. And one of those was obviously I'm pretty sure I did Elwyn Forest as well, but one of them was West Falls, and the murder story was really cool. Like, it was actually really cool to follow along. And then I would say Redwich Mountains is a very decent zone. The reason why I say decent is I have found myself skipping it more and more. Uh, you have the neck that you have to go into the water for, and then used to always start at the tower and then do those quests and then go to Lakeshire, right? Do those quests until you go over to until you've gathered those that group of humans, where you then go into the boat and go across the lake, right? And that's kind of where I quitted the story and buggered it off. Now at this point, I'm already quitting Redwich before I go and help those humans and getting escape from the orcs, right? So that's that. Duskwood is a very pleasant, enjoyable zone to leveling. I have been leveling there very recently, a lot of times. There are a few, areas where it's a little bit annoying. There is that quest with the souls that you have to, I think, lay to rest or something. It's like a quest from the is it from the female Worgen at that little town near the graveyard? I honestly can't remember, but so that one is a little bit annoying. The Black Widow spiders for the venom is quite annoying because if you don't kill them quick enough, they like go in stealth, and then you have to wait 2 seconds before they reappear and you can loot them. But mostly it is a pretty good and enjoyable zone. And then we go back to God tier. Is Stranglethorn Vale. Amazing zone. Again, another zone where I read the quests. The only quest that I would skip is the one where you get transformed into the little raptor and you have to like make your way through Zul'Gurub or whatever it is. That's the one that I usually ignore. Moving on to Dunmarrow. I think Dunmarrow, for a long time I've done that, but I think Dunmarrow is another decent one. There's nothing too much to complain complain about. I'd say it's alright. It's nothing special. But Loch Modan, very recently, I would say I've been very much enjoying this zone. So that's definitely what I would say. Uh, then next up we have Wetlands, which is a little bit on the similar part as Redridge. Wetlands has the quite a few quests where you have to go underwater, and it's just so slow. And I mean, with some classes, it's not too much of an issue, but with other classes, it's just such a pain in the ass to do. So I'm starting to also skip Wetlands, although like it was a nice like continuation. Like when you did Loch Modan, you get a quest to go into Wetlands, and you just follow the quest line, and it's nice. But when you enter Wetlands, you do two quests, and then you go to a little camp on the Alliance side at least, and you would have to go underwater for something, and it's just not bothersome anyway. Badlands. From what I remember, I think Badlands is an enjoyable. Um, no, wait, huh? I'm trying to think, because I always mix up Badlands and Blasted Lands, right? Hold on, I'm gonna put it on hold for a second, because what I can do is Stone Talon Mountains is a very enjoyable place, especially on the Horde side. It's really cool to have you like join like the army and you're like ranking up. I think that's a pretty cool thing. I think they should do that more. Well, not particularly more often. Like not every zone should have this, but like maybe get us another zone where where that's like a little feature, right? I think that's pretty cool. Um, Another great zone is Dust Mellow March. I think this is another god tier one. Uh, you know, especially on the Horde side, I'd say. You can accept so many quests, and then you can do them all and complete them all at the same time. It's super satisfying to do. And to take that same into account, I'm gonna put Sangramaj in that same category, and the Outlander Grant as well. Both these have the same vibe, accepting a bunch of quests, doing them all, and completing them all at once. It's so great. It's so wonderful. Then we have Searing Gorge. Searing Gorge is another, I'd say, a decent one. And I'd say the same. I'm gonna put Badlands in there as well, because I'm pretty sure it's actually a pretty decent zone from what I can remember. I think this. I'm not gonna call this bad. I think I'm gonna call this meh, because it's not bad, but it's just like it's starting to become a little bit of a torture, but it's still not bad. And that's kind of, for example, I would give. What's a good example of this? I'd probably say Blasted Lands is one of them. And so is Ghostlands. And for example, I saw it here earlier, but I can't remember. I can't find it. Where is it? Am I blind? I mean, apparently. Desolace. Yeah. Okay. All right. To move on, Burning Steps. I think Burning Steps is a decent zone. From what I remember, but I think it did feel a little bit short. I suspect it to be a little bit longer in story, but you know, it is what it is. Dark Shore, that's another meh. It's the same with Ashenvale. I never really enjoyed these zones. It's kind of weird, but uh, it is what it is. Uh, Ajara. I'd say Ajara is decent. I definitely enjoyed the beginning of the Ajara questline more. And yeah, that's what I would say. Wait, why is it so confused? Yeah, so the I guess I should add one where I've not experienced. So add row below. My apologies that I have to do this right here, but like haven't experienced, right? Because I've not experienced wetlands in classic, of course. And the same obviously counts for the classic Barons and the classic Durotar and the classic Mulgore, right? Like all of these well, technically all of these classics are irrelevant to me, right? Because they're different from now potentially. Uh, I'll put them all in here because when they say classic, right? So classic, 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 classic. Because of course I don't play classic, right? And I don't know if they obviously changed stuff about it. So, Azure Mist Isle. It's a meh. And same with Blood Mist Isle. I'm not gonna deal that. Blade Edge Mountains is torture mostly because of the fact that it's just a pain in the bum to move around in. Borean Tundra. I think that's a decent zone. Plaguelands, the Scarlet Enclave. This is the Dead Knight starting zone. I mean, honestly, it's horrible. Mainly because the reason that it's because that one quest, but Shadowmoon Valley and Netherstorm are just a pain in the ass. I never liked questing in there. Isle of Keldanas, same thing. Terraco Forest it's a decent zone. Hellfire Peninsula is a decent zone as well. Eversong Woods is a decent one as well. It would have been enjoyable, but I've done it so many times. It's just Kazan is pad. Lost Isle is meh. Rodkar Landing, I'm pretty sure that's a garbage one. Wintergrasp, I have no idea. Gilneas is quite decent. Here is Duskwood, so enjoyable for Duskwood. Wetlands was indecent. Loch Madan was enjoyable. Cape of Stronghold is meh, but Northern Stranglethorn is god tier. Darkshore was in meh. Ashenfall was in meh. Durotar is decent. It has its moments, and Duskmellow Marsh is wonderful. Stone Melon was enjoyable, right? What did I say? Decent. No. Must have been. No. Must be like this, right? Ice Crown is torture in my opinion. It starts off good, but then at a certain point it just becomes pain. Mulgore is meh. Northern Barrens is decent. Southern Barrens is meh. Thousand Needles is torture. Tanaris is meh. Silitus is meh. Zildarak is meh. Shalazar Bazin is pretty decent. No, actually, no. Yeah. Grizzly Hills is meh. Here's Burning Steps. I said meh, right? And Dumbaro. Searing Gorge, I put it in here as well. And Badlands, I put it in here well. And this is Redridge, right? And this is Westfall, which I said was God tier. Kelptar Forest, I mean, let's just get these out of the way. They're horrible, they're underwater. Mount Hyjal it's okay, but not my biggest cup of tea. The Maelstrom is torture. Deep Home as well. Well, actually, no, Deep Home is the one that I'm talking about. Uldum is okay. The hint. Okay, Western Plaguelands is very enjoyable. So is Eastern, and so is Swamp Sorrows. Dragon Blight. I never really liked leveling there. Crystal Song Forest is okay. Oh, I went Forest. Forgot to move that one too around. Also, let me move the Heaven Experience to the top. That way you guys can see much better for what you must see, because you don't need to see the Heaven Experience. Blackrock Mountain. I'm gonna put that there. Ungoro Crater is decent. It's decent. Silverpine Forest is an enjoyable one to do. The Fallen Kingdom is actually not really a zone where you can quest. Suramar. Honestly, this was a bit of a torture, though. Felwood. Felwood is an enjoyable, is a decent one. Sorry, my bad. Ashran is not really a leveling area. Tanan Jungle was a torture. Negrand, I never got to Negrand to quest in. Talon Steps is meh. Tolbarol I never got to. Same with this one. Isle of Thunder, I never did the quest in. I know obviously what it is, but never did the quest in. Isle of Giants doesn't have quests except for the daily. Winter Spring is decent. Trisfell Glades is decent as well. It's a solid zone. Arati Highlands and Twilight Highlands. Oh, it's like the old one versus the BFA one. Timeless Isle doesn't really have quests either. Shadowmoon Valley is meh. Frostfire Ridge is also meh, but a little bit more on the downside. Honestly, I kind of am gonna put all of these in meh. Except this one. No, I'm also meh. Valsharai is very decent. Azuna is meh. High Mountain is decent, and so is Stormheim. Eye of Ajara is a dungeon, it's not a leveling zone. Storm Peaks is also meh. Howling Fjord, I used to really like this, but I am not for it anymore. Teldrassil, I'm assuming they're talking about the starting zone, and that's very enjoyable. I recently did that again instead of the tutorial island, and I really had fun. It was a lot of fun to revisit that area. Um, Twilight Islands technically doesn't really have quests, so I'm gonna put it there. Halls of Valor. Krasarang Wilds. That's the starting area for pandas, right? That's decent. I'd say that's decent. The Darkmoon Island doesn't have quests except for Darkmoon stuff. It's irrelevant. Oh, no, 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 wait. No, it's wrong. It's not Krasarang Wilds. No, I'm gonna say that's meh. It's the Wandering Isles that is decent. I don't like Raccoon or Antoran Wastes. I never really enjoyed those. To be fair, the Veiled Stair. I mean, I don't think it really has quests, right? The Broken Shore. Veil of Eternal Blossoms. I did not quests. Dread Waste is meh. Molten Front. Jade Forest is quite enjoyable. Veil of the Four Winds. It's another meh. Kunlai Summit. I think it's another meh. Funnily enough. Hillsbrat Foothills. It's actually quite decent. And same counts for Faralas. Desolus is meh. I can't really tell what this means. Is this a Jara? It could be. If that's the case, it's gonna be indecent. Exile Reach is, I'd say decent, yeah. Battle for Azathristful Glades. I see. But that one technically counts in no quests then. Nasmir is enjoyable. Vol'dun is god tier in my opinion. Zuldazar is meh. Chiragard Sound is decent. Holograss is not a zone. Well, it is a zone, but they're irrelevant. Legion Silitus also doesn't really have quests in there. Drustvar is incredible, like I said. Darkshore, Toldagor. None of the, I mean, Arathi Highlands and the Hinterlands do matter. Hinterlands. I've done that recently. I'd say it's decent. I'd say it's decent. Let me actually put these in, because I'm pretty sure these are not zones. I could, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but they're not really zones that I know. And then this. Okay. Toldagor. I'm assuming they are talking about the intro from BFA, which is decent, I guess. I think it's decent? Decent. Sorry. Revendreth, enjoyable. Audenweald, decent. Maldraxxus, enjoyable. Bastion, meh. Oribos, meh. The Broken Shore, meh. Maradun, the Shattered Abyss is the Demon Hunter intro, which is decent. Helheim is meh. It's a bit of an annoying place in my opinion. Corfia is honestly a bit of torture. So is the Maw, and so is Terra Mortis. Tassifer, the in between. I don't know. I've not been there, to be fair. Air is the. Don't really know. Shadow Gore Citadel is the same thing. I don't really know. Arathi Highlands is. I can't remember, so I'm gonna say it's meh. Dark Shore Battle for Azeroth. I mean, I guess that's decent, and so is the Arathi Highland one from it. The Waking Shore, Anarian Plains. Okay, Anarian Plains is decent. Forbidden Reach is decent as well. Honestly, I think all zones are pretty decent from Dragonflight. I mean, there's no real one that I really. I mean, maybe the last one, Teldrassus, is a little bit more. Well, not particularly disappointing, but less enjoyable than the 3 other ones. But yeah. Oh wait, Waking Shore. Forbidden Reach is obviously the Evoker starting to play. Nashatar is meh. Mechagon is AFK. I'm trying. Stormsong Valley is meh. Forge of Akens, and what's this one? Ah, that's the blast one. It's another meh. I don't know what this Forge one is, so I'm gonna put it in here. So that is to with a little bit of sped up version of it. Is my tier list for the zones in World of Warcraft. Now, obviously, it's my opinion, so if you disagree, that's totally fine. But if you enjoyed this video, of course, then hit that like button. And if you're new around here and are willing to freaking support me, which would be amazing, and if you're new around here, you should subscribe if you want to see more of this. I don't know what I want to say. If you just want to see more videos of me, and yeah, I hope you've all a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.